We've heard the statistics, we've heard the heartbreaking stories, and we've heard government's pledge to end violence against women and children. So you'd think supporting a DV charity would be a no-brainer, but this organisation could be forced to close its doors tomorrow because it's run out of funding.
We're in dire straits.
Rachel Natoli is a survivor of domestic violence.
I was in an abusive relationship for almost 8 years, which was physically, emotionally, sexually and financially abusive. It's such an awful time after you leave. We were homeless. We had 5 different homes in 7 weeks. I left with 2.5-year-old twin boys. We didn't have any money. I didn't have a car.
8 years ago, she set up the Lakai Foundation, a support charity in Sydney's eastern suburbs, helping women get out of abusive and violent relationships.
Can I get your full name? So they can come to us facing or in the possibility of homelessness, and we'll help them to apply for housing, whether that's social housing or private rental. We help them find legal support. We'll help them apply for Centrelink. We will go to the police station with them.
A small pantry with emergency food, a wardrobe kitted out with a few pairs of jeans and some shirts. It's not a lot, but for a domestic violence victim, it could be the difference between escaping or returning to a dangerous situation.
And we find that, that can even happen after 12 months, especially in a more affluent area when, they've been financially abused post-leaving as well as during the relationship. And he may have stopped paying the children's school fees, he's not paying any child support. Hi.
The foundation runs on the smell of an oily rag, 2 caseworkers and this small office. Federal government funding of $180,000 each year for the last 3 years has kept the doors open, but the money has run out and there's no guarantee they'll get any more.
So Rachel, time is really ticking, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow will literally be our last day of full operation if we don't get some urgent funding.
Rachel is helping 35 women and their children right now. This is one of them. She's worried for her safety, so we won't identify her.
So at the very worst of your situation, how bad did things get for you?
I've lost everything financially, my home, everything. I've had moments where my friends had to feed me. I was counting 5-cent pieces to put petrol in the car just to get the kids to school.
Another victim was pregnant when her abuse escalated.
In the end, you are totally destroyed. You don't recognise yourself anymore.
Last year, more than 60 women were killed in this country, many of those by an intimate partner. Experts say all too often the most dangerous time for a domestic violence victim is when they decide to leave.
Now, a final appeal to the federal government, which could just be the difference between life and death.
If this funding does stop, what's next for you?
I don't know yet because I'm not at the end yet. I've only just started. It's going to get harder. The next steps are going to get harder and I don't know. I think I'll be lost without them.
Gee, we need these small heart and soul charities which run on next to nothing. They do so much good. And the Department of Social Services says it is working with the foundation, but come on, this is such a measly amount of money for the government. Please just find it. And if you or someone you know is experiencing sexual abuse or family violence, there is help. Call 1-800-RESPECT. That's 1-800-737-732.